do have a state attorney present. Go ahead, please announce your presence.
Good morning, Your Honor. Michael Rosinko on behalf of the state.
Good morning. One moment here.
Where possible, future him up.
Yep. Oh. All right. I think everything that's supposed to be on is on now. All right, I do have some folks who are present in the courtroom. I'm going to address them first. So everyone who is on Zoom, thank you for your patience. Actually, I do see a couple of private attorneys. Let me take care of those cases real quick first. Mr. Miller, are you there?
Yes, Your Honor, I'm here.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Your Honor. Judge, I have Lazaro Herrera, case number 21 CT 726. I am going to move to continue, waive speedy trial, ask for the next pretrial conference date.
Okay.
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, June 16th, 9 o'clock with a waiver.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Take care. All right. Mr. Carney?
Sorry, Judge Brown, I'm on with Judge Foster. I'll pop back on in a second.
I'll come back. Yep. Mr. Youngblood, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
How are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. How are you today?
Well, what do you have?
I've got Sandra Babel, 19mm 2482, just appointed and moved to continue waive speedy trial.
What's the last name?
Babel, B-A-B-L-E. Now, it wasn't on the showcase events list, but in her specific file, it is set for today.
You have a case number, please?
Yes, 19mm 2482.
Yeah, I see. The last name we have is Perales Babel, P-E-R-A-L-E-S. All right, very good. All right, yes, sir. What would you like to do today?
Move to continue waive speedy trial. And I would say, Judge, in some of the documentation, like I think it may be the first appearance order, it indicates last name Babel, first name Sandra, middle name Perales.
Right, but just so we know, it's Perales is the name that we've got.
Understood. I understand, Judge.
Right. I know you were just appointed, but this is a really old case. So, I'd ask that you try to, work as quickly as you can with the state to see if you can, obtain discovery and get things moving, okay?
Judge, it looks pretty simple, but there's she's got a new case in which the bond was revoked in this case. And I just want to check with the new case attorney, Samantha Stevens, and so I don't step on her toes.
Oh, no, it's fine. Your continuance is granted. I'm just, like I said, I know you were disappointed a couple of weeks ago, so you need some time, but I'm just asking that you work as expeditiously as possible given the age of the case.
I will, Judge.
Thank you, sir. All right. June 16th, 9 o'clock for pretrial conference, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. All right, Mr. Carney, are you available, sir?
I'm available now. Thank you, Judge. Sorry about that. Michael Budson, 20mm 406.
All right.
And we've got a fully completed plea and abstention here. I think before we had said it, but we didn't have the fingerprints, but now we've got the fingerprints and everything appears to be in order.
All right. Ms. Ramos.
Yes, Judge.
Good morning.
Good morning. I apologize
For what?
that I was outside for the first 6 minutes.
Doing your job and talking to your clients. How
Yeah.
dare you?
Yes, Judge.
All right. You also represent Mr. Budson.
I do, Judge. I have, the previous public defender has contact with him. I have not been so successful, so I do not yet have the completed CIA.
All right. Well, Mr.
I
Carney?
don't know if this attorney has a better contact information. I
They,
feel.
they did. Mr. Verderall and Mr. Carney did have better contact. They were able to get everything done. Would you all like to try to resolve these together, or you want Mr. Carney just to resolve your case today and let the public defender's office try to wrap things up on their end?
I mean, just based on the age of the two cases, I mean, I think we can probably just get mine done now, and then they could try to run something, work something out with the state where they could possibly get something concurrent. I don't know.
You
but
can talk to his office
Okay.
and try to obtain whatever updated contact information his office has, but let's just go ahead and resolve at least one of these cases today. All right, so we're addressing 20 MM 406. There is a plea in absentia in the file.
Paragraph 5 has the terms.
Okay. State, can you confirm the terms are correct?
Yes, Your Honor, they're correct.
And the only thing we would request is that it be mail-in probation, Judge, because he's on the East Coast in a sober living facility.
Has the victim been consulted, and does he or she approve of the terms of the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. All right, I've reviewed the probable cause affidavit. I do find there is a sufficient factual basis, and then I have, wait, one moment. Okay. I have considered the plea in absentia and do find that pursuant to stipulation, there's an accurate recitation of the terms of the plea, along with a complete recitation of the rights being waived by the defendant. This is supported by the defendant's signature before a notary. It's also signed by counsel. There's an attached set of legible prints. Therefore, having found the plea to be freely, knowingly, and voluntarily entered, I will impose sentence as follows. Were you able to see the plea in absentia and get the terms?
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to confirm, was that, the mailing, was that correct?
Was it mail-in probation? That was the agreement? Carney?
I'm sorry, Judge, you broke up about halfway through.
Oh, mail-in probation, that was the agreement?
He lives in a sober living facility on the East Coast, and that it's not contained within the agreement, but that's my notes here indicate that that's what was the agreement.
State no objection to mail-in probation?
No objection, Your Honor.
Fair enough. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right. Then I'm going to impose sentence as follows in 20 MM 406 for the charge of violation of injunction, adjudication of guilt, $220 in court costs, $50 cost of prosecution. 6 months probation. Special conditions of probation are as follows. May not possess or consume any alcoholic beverages, nor in bars, taverns, saloons, pubs, lounges, or package stores, and alcoholic beverages in the residence. Not having contact with the victim may be served as mail-in probation. And Mr. Carney, you'll make sure your client appropriately reports to probation given his current
Yeah, Your Honor. Yeah, we'll reach out to him today and make sure that he does report. And if the public defender would like to reach out to our office, we'd be happy to provide any contact information we have for him.
Yeah. All right. So, Mr. Rams, please do that because I don't know what the terms of your case is going to be, but the clock is now ticking on his probation. And while they can run concurrent, if he gets another 6 months probation, it takes a month before he enters a plea on that case. 1 more month's probation is going to serve. Just saying. All right. Thank you, Mr. Carney.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
All right. Human, do you have something quick? Miss Human? Oh, you're muted.
Austin.
Miss
Your
Human?
Honor, can you hear me now?
Yeah. Miss Human?
Good morning, Your Honor. Elizabeth Human. I'm coming for Brittany Davis on Johnny Perry, 21 CT 641.
Okay.
She was just retained on this. She's asking for a continuance with a waiver.
All right. This is 21 CT 641. State no objection to a continuance.
No objection, Your Honor.
June 16th, 9 o'clock with a waiver.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
Good man. Take care. All right. We can take over the forum. We go ahead and address some of these folks right now.
First case, Your Honor, is going to be Johan Velasco Castro, 21 NM 405, pro se.
All right. Good morning, sir. All right, so you're here for a charge of trespass. State, what is the offer, please?
Your Honor, the offer is adjudication, 6 months probation, no early termination, 30 days jail, substance abuse evaluation, file recommendations, random testing, no alcohol, no trespass, no contact with the victim, and costs.
All right, were you able to hear that, sir? All right, here are your options. You can accept that offer today if you wish. You can reject it, and we can start moving this case towards a trial. You do have the right to have an attorney represent you who can help advise you on how best would you like to do. You can. Were you going to hire a private attorney, or did you want to apply for the public defender? All right. All right, so here's the deal. Say no objection to a continuance?
No objection, Your Honor.
Okay. Then we're going to put this on June 17th at 9 o'clock. June 17th, 9 o'clock, we'll give you your notice. A couple of things. Number one, can we get a current address for you, sir? The last notice we sent to you was returned to us as undeliverable. So we need a good address for you, please.
Yeah.
Hold on a moment. Whoever's phone just went off, make sure your phone is off. This goes to everybody else. Make sure your phone is off. This is a one and only warning I'm going to give you. If I hear another phone, I'm going to take it. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm actually just moving out with kids and I don't know. I mean, everything for my, can I give her a call so she can give me like the actual address and then I'll let you guys?
Sure. Go ahead and step out for a moment. Give her a call. Make sure, because the thing is, if you never know, we may have to change a court date or something like that. And if we can't notify you of it's okay. If we can't notify you and you miss court, you could end up with a warrant for your arrest. So it's very important that we have an address where we can reach you, okay? Go ahead and make that phone call and come back in just a moment. Thanks, sir. All right. Who's next?
Next case, Your Honor, is Deontay Clifton, 120 NM 167.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
All right. And this is Mr. Clifton, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you're here for a charge of possession of marijuana. Sir, this case is getting pretty old.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I was going to ask you, I was supposed to get a attorney, but I'm going to just get a public defender speedy trial. I can't afford my license for that trial. So.
I understand. The state's offer was an adjudication, Mr. Rosinko?
It was an adjudication, $150 fine, 6 months probation, substance abuse evaluation, file recommendations, random testing, 6 months driver's license suspension, and cost of investigation of $402 to CCSO along with court costs.
Very good. Thank you, sir. All right, here's what I'm going to have you do, sir. If you want to apply for the public defender, I'm going to have you do that right now, okay? So you can go down to the first floor, customer service window, go ask for an application for the public defender, come right back here, all right? Make sure you come back, otherwise I could issue a warrant for you, okay? So make sure you come back and we'll know if you qualify, and that way you'll have a lawyer before you walk out the door today, okay? So please go apply and then come back up here. Thank you, sir. Yes, first floor, customer service window.
One more pro se, Your Honor, speak Spanish, the interpreter is not here, unless you choose to help.
Very well. All right, Ms. Ramos, my preference is that we address the folks who are present in the courtroom, and then we can address some of the folks I've got on Zoom, okay?
Okay, that's great. You have an order, do you?
You know who's here, you've talked to them.
Okay.
I know who's here too, if you want me to call
No, no. These are your clients.
All right, Judge.
Let me know who you'd like to address.
We can do Mr. Keeley first. He is case number 20-6042.
All right, and this gentleman's last name again, please?
Keeley, Q-U-I-L-E-S.
All right. Good morning, sir. Yes, ma'am.
So Mr. Keeley would like to withdraw and previously was not guilty and enter a plea of no contest. In exchange, the state will be amending the charge to no driver's license with an adjudication of guilt, $100 fine, 50 community service hours with the option to buy out, court costs, private prosecution, and public defender.
All right. State, agreed? Those are the terms?
Those are the terms. Agreed, Your Honor.
All right. And sir, are you prepared to accept that plea deal at this time? You want to accept that plea deal at this time?
Correct.
All right, please raise your right hand.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
All right, you can put your hand down, please. The state attorney I got on Zoom, he's going to ask you a few questions. Go ahead, please.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, can I please get your full name and date of birth?
Fernando Peters, 8989.
Sir, you were charged with driving while your license is suspended or revoked, a first-degree misdemeanor. The state will be amending the charge to a no valid driver's license, which is a second-degree misdemeanor. Do you understand that the maximum is 60 days in county jail?
Yes.
To that charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement?
Correct.
Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all the rights listed on that form you'll be giving up by entering this plea today?
Yes, sir.
Are you entering this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
No.
Are you taking any medication?
No.
Do you suffer from any mental illnesses?
No.
Have you discussed the terms of the plea agreement and the rights you're giving up with your attorney?
Yes.
Are you satisfied with your attorney's advice?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you may be subjected to removal or deportation as a result of this plea?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're deported as a result of this case, it will not be the basis to withdraw this plea?
Yes.
Do you need any additional time to discuss any of this with counsel? Your Honor, the state tenders the plea.
I assume this plea agreement is based upon the fact that this gentleman was actually able to obtain a valid license?
Yes, Judge, she has lots of paperwork to prove that he's done a lot of work and payments and classes to get his license back in order.
Well, does he have a valid license at this point?
I can't get a valid license. So I'm trying to work on my hardship.
terms of the plea?
Amend to no driver's license, adjudication, $100 fine, 50 community service hours of buyout, for cost prosecution, public defender.
No, I'm sorry, I'm not going to accept that plea deal at this time. I'm looking at this gentleman's driving record. Had a habitual traffic offender designation since 2014, which is still in place. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 prior convictions for driving a suspended license, 2 of which were non-criminal. So 7 prior criminal convictions for driving on a suspended license. Now I'd certainly be inclined to agree to this if you're able to finish the process and get your license, sir.
So I get my license, my hardship on May 8th of 2022.
Oh.
And I'm really working on it. Got all the paperwork.
Well,
clearance.
You're not, except there's still, I'm looking at I'm looking at the DHSMV system right now, sir, and there's still outstanding things that haven't been done.
I have all the paperwork here on the DMV and everything. I went on Wednesday or Tuesday.
AE6, Give me a moment.
Would you like to see the paperwork, guys?
No, I can see it right. I can see everything here. You know what? All right. State, what was the basis of your decision to do the amendment and this offer?
It was because he was making progress on obtaining a valid license.
And if I may, Judge, I asked Mr. Single for the amended because if he got another Willis that was further, I would remake him a visual. Right, so that's why I asked for the amended.
No, I understand why. My question is, why is it appropriate?
Okay.
I'm trying to change my life. There's only thing that's.
Sir, how much, let me ask you, how much money have you spent so far trying to fix your license?
Well, so far right now, I spent $6,000 last month. And I'm still not even close to it. I'm still got to deal with it, collect money now, and I'm still finished. Whatever pending I got now in Florida.
You know, I'm taking a closer look at this. You know what I see? Court requirement met, court requirement met, court requirement met. I mean, what that means is you've done everything you can do up to those tickets.
They're really trying to mess me down in Florida, Miami. They really want to like give me time for license. I need to drive to make my money to buy my house and everything. I take Ubers, but I can do so much, you get me?
You know what? I take it back. Upon closer inspection, I can see that you are in fact doing everything you can do to reinstate your driving privileges right now. Every single outstanding suspension has got the court requirement met listed. It just, until you otherwise qualify for that reinstatement, you can't do the reinstatement. So I take it back. I will accept the plea as stated.
Thank you so much.
I can see how much work, I can also now see how much work you put into this. Fair enough. All right. All right. So having now accepted the plea, I'm going to impose sentence as follows for the charge, to the amended charge of driving without a valid license, adjudication of guilt, $220 in court costs, $100 fine, $50 public defender application fee, $50 public defender fee, $50 cost of prosecution, 50 hours of community service, which may be bought out at a rate of $10 per hour, and 90 days to pay. So you've also got these additional financial obligations that, as you well know, if you don't take care of it, it's another suspension, right? All right. Good luck to you, sir. Take care. All right.
Thank you so much.
Keep it up. Keep it up. You're so close.
I know, I'm trying.
All right.
Trying.
Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you. All right, get everything done.
Thank you so much.
Good luck,
Hold on,
sir.
You can call your name.
Just call Mr. Archimedes Velez Randon, case 21MM101.
Okay.
He will be entering a plea, however, as a term of the plea agreement, Mr. Cinco agreed to amend our deal and he could complete the child preserve alternative program before he enters the plea. He has done so. I just have yet to send Mr. Cinco proof.
Do you have it with you today?
I have it, oh, you have it? I have it, in a paper form. I don't know if Mr. Cinco wants to wait. If Your Honor, can
I can look at it.
show it to
Thank you. All right, Mr. Cinco, I'm looking at a document that purportedly comes from the National Association for Prevention, indicating that this gentleman has successfully completed the alternative program. What would you like to do?
We can move forward with the plea.
All right. Ma'am, what I'm going to ask you to do is to forward this to the state so they can make an independent confirmation, you know, afterwards. But what are the terms of the plea then?
Your Honor, the terms of the plea are an adjudication of guilt, restitution to Home Depot in the amount of $558.84. No trespass at the Home Depot. Cost of investigation.
I can't hear anything. I don't know if he's talking or not. But...
Cost of prosecution and public defender fee.
All right. And how many months probation?
No probation, Judge.
How are we going to enforce any of that? Mr. Cinco? Can any of those terms be enforced without probation? I'm basically just asking nicely that he do it.
No, the restitution cannot be enforced without the probation.
None of the terms can be enforced without probation.
Can you receive an order? Like a 90-day.
And if he doesn't apply, what? No, I'm sorry. That, you know, if we're going to be able to ask someone to do these terms, we have to have some means of supervision to confirm that they actually occur.
Okay.
And there has to be a consequence if it doesn't happen.
Can we do 3 months probation with early termination on completion?
Mr. Cinco,
Yeah, yes, Your Honor, if the defendant will.
you want a moment to talk to this gentleman about it? What were the terms once again?
So the new terms would be adjudication of guilt, 3 months probation with early termination upon completion of restitution to Home Depot of $558.84. No trespass at the Home Depot, cost of investigation $66, plus cost of prosecution, public defender.
Okay. Sir, are you willing to accept those terms?
Yes.
All right. And state you're in agreement as well?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, please raise your right hand.
You solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
All right, put your hand down, please. All right, state, go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, you've been charged with, I'm sorry, sir, can I please get your full name and date of birth?
02/14/1970. My name is Abdul.
Sir, you have been charged with petty theft. Do you understand that the maximum penalty for that charge is 60 days in county jail? To that charge, how do you wish to plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
You said no contest.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you understand the terms of the plea agreement?
Yes.
Have you read and signed a copy of the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all the rights listed on that form you'll be giving up by entering this plea today?
Yes.
Are you entering this plea because you believe it's in your own best interests?
Yes.
Are you currently under the influence of any drugs or alcohol?
Yes.
Are you taking any medication?
No.
Do you suffer from any mental illness?
No.
Have you discussed the terms of this plea agreement and the rights you're giving up with your attorney? Are you satisfied with your attorney's advice?
Yes.
Do you understand that if you're not a United States citizen, you may be subjected to removal or deportation as a result of this plea? Do you understand that if you're deported as a result of this case, it will not be the basis to withdraw this plea?
Yes.
Do you need any additional time to discuss any of this with counsel? Do you understand that petty theft is an enhanceable crime, meaning that if you commit this crime again in the future, you could receive more jail or prison time, a higher fine, and/or a longer driver's license revocation period?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state tenders the plea.
Whose phone is that? Bill, please take this gentleman's phone. He can have it back when he's done. We're gonna, sir, we're just gonna take your phone for now. You'll get it back when you're done. Turn it off, please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I have a problem. State.
Yes, Your Honor.
The allegations in this case indicate a scheme to defraud, essentially.
I'm sorry?
The allegations in this case indicate a scheme to defraud. This is not one theft. This is to allege that there was a theft on November 27th of 20, December 28th of 20, December 29th of 20, December 29th of 20, again at a different time. And then January 5th, each time working in coordination with an employee to steal from the retailer. These are the allegations in the case. And it's going to be and it's going to be a pay restitution and everything is okay resolution. What is this gentleman's criminal history?
Your Honor, it was charged as a petty theft under $200 because there was an issue with proving the value. He has his only history is a DUI in 2013. There was a felony case that went along with it that was not filed on.
defense order. I'm reading the probable cause affidavit, and at least what's alleged in probable cause affidavit says, you know, I read the defendant his Miranda rights, which he said he understood and agreed to speak. Asked him what happened, he said he made a mistake and made a deal with Skis that she would only scan certain items inside his shopping cart. There's an allegation that there is he stated he was very sorry for stealing the items. I'm sorry. I'm not inclined to accept this. This is an alleged coordinated theft by employees on multiple instances. This is not just a simple petty theft. Plea deal is rejected. What would you like to do?
Are you asking me to charge it?
I'm not asking the state to do anything. I'm rejecting the plea deal. You can both do as you see fit. What are we going to do?
All right, I guess I can talk to my client for a moment.
Certainly, absolutely. Go ahead and talk to your client. I have two other gentlemen I can recall in the meantime.
Okay.
Mr. Johan Velasco Castro, we got his address and have him signed, so he's good to go.
Very good. Thank you. And then the gentleman in the yellow shirt.
Come on up, sir.
Mr. Clifton. Ruby, can you let me know if it's showing up that he qualifies?
He does have a PD now assigned, not everyone in particular, but he did get it.
All right. So here's what we're going to do, sir. We're going to ask you to wait for just one more moment because you do have a public defender. It's going to be Ms. Ramos, but she's obviously talking to her other client at the moment. So have a seat just a moment. I'm going to let her know that she's been appointed to help you, and then we'll see how to move forward, okay? All right.
Your Honor, we do have a pro se that does speak Spanish and interpret issue.
Let's go ahead and address that case, please.
Manuel Adonis Mendez, 20 CT 2563. Come on up, sir.
Good morning, sir. This is 20 CT 2563. Sir, you're here for a charge of DUI.
Yes.
And how old are you, sir?
18 years old.
Okay, when did you turn 18?
April the 2nd.
Okay. All right. Sir, would you like to have an attorney help you with your case? You have the right to have a lawyer assist you.
Yes.
All right. Would you like to hire a private attorney or would you like to apply for the assistance of the public defender?
To be honest with you, I have to apologize for saying that I was going to get my own attorney. We had an emergency and my mother ended up in the hospital.
I'm sorry, sir. It's okay. You don't have to apologize for anything. But my question still stands. Would you like to try to hire a lawyer? Or if you can't afford one, you still have the right to have a public defender help you.
Yes, I'm going to look for an attorney.
Okay. All right, would you like some more time to do that then?
Yes, if you can, because my dad is going to help me get an attorney.
Okay. All right, so this case is getting a little bit old, but I'll give you a little more time to do that, unless state you have an objection.
Objection.
All right. Then let's set this on June 17th at 9 o'clock. But sir, this case is getting a little bit old, so the next time this comes up, if you don't have a lawyer with you, we're gonna have to try to move this matter forward, okay? Yes, it was. It's been previously waived.
Yes, but I promise that I'm going to get an attorney.
I believe you, sir. We'll see you on June 17th, okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, was there anybody else present?
Okay.
Jorge, I do believe I might have somebody on Zoom who might need your assistance.
Okay, Your Honor.
So if you want to log in when you're available.
Okay, well, there are also two that are in person here, Your Honor, so
Oh,
I'm available whichever way.
I thought there wasn't.
I don't have anybody else.
Yes, Your Honor. Borrego and Hernandez is the public defender.
Okay.
There are others I'm shocked, but I'm over there.
You have two clients who need the assistance of the interpreter who are present?
Okay,
No, I'm asking.
correct, yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and address those cases real quick.
Okay, let's call, Mr. Geronimo Hernandez Alvarez. He is case number 21MM480.
Good morning, sir. Looks like a motion.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. It looks like a motion to suppress was just filed.
Yes, Judge, so, I don't know if we have a hearing time yet for that.
It doesn't look like it.
Okay.
So we'll need to give it some time to get that scheduled, yes? Okay. All right. So let's put this on June 17th at 9 o'clock for a pretrial conference. And hopefully we can get you some hearing time before then so we can address this matter, okay?
Sounds good, Judge, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge,
Yes, Mr. Clark.
would you mind if I appeared in person? I have another matter that I have to deal with Judge Martin at 10 o'clock, and I'm just afraid I'm going to, I need to be over in the courthouse. So do you have a problem with me appearing in person?
Not at all, Mr. Clark. Come on down. Go ahead and see Judge Martin first. You've got time.
All right, Judge. I'll see you. Thank you.
All right, I'll see you in a bit. Thank you. All right. Was there anyone else who needed the assistance of the interpreter who's present in the courthouse?
I don't see him anymore. I think he must have left. It was Rigoberto Borrego Amaro.
All right.
21 CT 336.
And can I get the name one more time, please?
Rigoberto Borrego Amaro.
All right. Yes, ma'am.
And
I'm going to get the gavel. I've got a really big one. It's good for smashing phones.
We will be asking for a continuance.
All right. State, any objection to continuance?
Your Honor, my apologies. I couldn't hear the case number.
It was over the phone. I understand. 21 CT 336.
No objection to a continuance, Your Honor.
All right. June 17th, 9 o'clock with a waiver?
Yes, Judge.
All right. I've got a gentleman who did successfully apply for your services, ma'am. Mr. Clifton is here. So come on up, sir. All right. Ms. Ramos, you now represent this gentleman. I assume you're ready for trial.
What's the price?
This gentleman is charged with possession of marijuana. The case is a bit old, but he did want to have an attorney assist. So, State, would you please put the offer on record one more time so Ms. Ramos can have that, she can get discovery from you, and then have a chance to speak with Mr. Clifton before the next court.
Yes, Your Honor. The offer was adjudication, $150 fine, 6 months probation, substance abuse evaluation, file recommendations and random testing, 6 months driver's license suspension, cost of investigation to CCSO, $402, and court costs.
So, Mr. Clifton, you have a lawyer now. Ms. Ramos is going to be your lawyer. Ms. Ramos, are you asking for a continuance at this time?
Yes, Judge.
All right. I'll say this on June 17th at 9 o'clock with a waiver?
Yes, Judge.
All right. So what you'll need to do is make an appointment to speak to Ms. Ramos. She's going to get the evidence from the state so she can go over it with you and then figure out how best to proceed. But Ms. Ramos, I am going to push this a little faster, even though you've just been appointed, because this case is quite old.
Okay.
All right? All right. Thank you, sir. Please sign for your next court date.
You gonna send it in the mail?
Nope, we're going to give it to you right now.
Send it to Barone?
Okay. I don't know. All right. All right, let's go ahead and recall Mr. Velez Rendon, 21 MM 101. And let me be clear, given that I have rejected the proposed plea agreement, if you need more time to work on this case, both to talk to your client and the state, I certainly would not give you a hard time about that.
We will need more time. I don't know yeah, we'll get a continuance.
All right. State, I assume you have no objection under the circumstances.
No objection.
All right. June 7th.
I don't know if I can make an oral motion at this time to dispose. I apologize, I don't have this one today, but the email for you. Or if you'd like me to submit it.
If the state's stipulating, I can do that. If there's an objection, I'll need a written motion because I have to set it for a hearing.
Okay.
So, state, are you objecting to the ore tennis motion to depose Miss Magdalena Skis?
I would be objecting, Your Honor.
Okay. Then what we're going to do is, it's denied without prejudice based upon the order of tennis motion, but please file a written motion, get it scheduled, and we can have a full hearing on the matter, okay?
We'll do that.
All right, so next court date is June 17th, 9 o'clock with a waiver, and I'll allow you to do your job.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right. No.
Sure, we can as well. It's fine for.
All right. Mr. Ramos, who else do you have who's present in the courtroom?
I am not, Ms. Warren.
Okay.
Shemaya Laurel Warren, 19 MM 1244. She did walk in after I already was done speaking, so if I could have just 15 minutes.
Sure, I've got some folks I can address online. Who is this gentleman in the white t-shirt here?
I am not sure what your name is. Sorry. Mr. Odin.
Lee Edward Odoms?
This is my client, Lee Edward Odom, 20 MM 868.
All right. Did you need a moment to talk to him, or are you ready to go?
I am ready to go, Judge. He is, I believe it's already scheduled. He has an open felony with my colleague, Mr. Khalil. And the cases have been, I don't know if they've been combined, but they are both going to see out nonetheless in front of the felony judge.
Oh, okay. So you just need me to continue so you can get it resolved that way?
Yeah.
Okay. State, no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
June 17th, 9 o'clock, with the hope and expectation it'll be off the docket by the next time around.
For your next court date, for this case, it's something that we're likely to have already talked today. With your in the phone. Have you talked to Mr. Khalil? Okay, you're gonna do this. All right, thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Go ahead and sign for your next court date, okay?
Your Honor, if we can recall Rigoberto Borrego Amara, he was outside, he was told to wait outside on public defender, escape the call.
I see. What was the name again?
Rigoberto Borrego Amara.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Judge, if we can get, a continuance, I'd like to.
All right. So this is 21 CT 336. Defense is asking for a continuance. Any objection, state?
No objection, Your Honor.
With waiver?
Yes.
June 17th, 9 o'clock. All right. Thanks, sir. All right. Did you have anybody else that you're ready to call right now, or did you need a moment? Because I can address some of the folks who are on Zoom with me.
Sure, thank you.
Well, which is it?
I will, actually, Judge, can you address Mr. Harris first?
Sure.
And then I'll step out when we want.
Okay. Edward Milton Harris, 21 CT 427. Good morning, sir.
Judge, we would like to enter a plea today. I believe it was a DUI, second outside of 5 minimums. I apologize if did not reach the time.
We were going to do this last time. What was up last time? I don't remember.
Your Honor, if I may. The victim was not.
Oh, yes. Right, the victim had to be contacted. We did, and they had some objections to the proposed terms. Has there been an amendment to the terms?
Well, and I filed an amended information to a DUI second.
Okay, what was it before?
It was just a DUI, a DUI second with damage. It was just a DUI first with damage.
I see. All right.
I also had contact with the victim, the victim's attorney, who approved the plea offer, that not the one that I had originally mentioned, a new plea offer. However, on Tuesday of this week, when we were discussing restitution, they were asking for restitution for their grandson, who the victim is guardian of, who was in the car. They're not listed as in the report. I requested the attorney provide me with a sworn statement from the victim, indicating that they were in the car with them. They were going to have them create a signed statement, a sworn statement, but they have not gotten that to me yet.
All right. So is the state not ready to proceed with the plea then? Are you not able to extend the offer? Is that the problem?
I have agreement on everything, and I could extend the offer, including restitution held reserved for the grandson, but he is not yet listed on the case as a victim, because I don't have a sworn statement.
All right. I can issue an order of restitution if it's agreed upon, but once I do that, essentially it's agreed that restitution is payable to this individual, and then we would just have to have a hearing as to amount. Is that part of the agreement, that there's an agreement that there is going to be an order of restitution payable to this additional individual, and the question is just at this point will just be reserved as to amount, and the state can set a hearing to determine amount, and that amount can be zero, but it could also be whatever it is they might be able to prove. Or is there not an agreement to that, in which case I can give you more time to sort that out?
No, Mr. Singa did make me aware of this issue.
And if I may put the new offer on the record, because the terms have changed.
Go ahead.
Okay, it's an adjudication, 12 months probation, no early termination, 30 days jail as a condition of probation, 12 months driver's license suspension, all costs, 10-day vehicle impound, $2,000 fine, victim impact panel, no alcohol, substance abuse evaluation, follow recommendations and random testing, 1-year interlock, and DUI school.
Well,
I've been doing Zooms every day. I've got a log here. But I think just do it. It's signed every single day.
And the other scary part as far as jail, that's my fear. You see my house, it's kind of obvious. This is my amount of medication I take each morning.
Well, sir, listen, at this point, the state has put a plea offer on the table. It's up to you whether or not you want to accept or reject that offer. And that's,
Jail time?
Sir, hold on, let me finish. It's up to you to decide if you want to accept that offer, and you can consult with your attorney about what you feel is in your best interest. If you don't feel that that is a plea deal that you can accept, then that's your decision. And then your attorney can talk about your other options if you don't want to accept the state's plea offer. That's up to you. But at this point, there's nothing for me to do at this point, because right now there's just an offer that you and your attorney have to decide whether or not you wish to accept.
Sir, if I go to jail, I'll die. I will die.
We're gonna set it for trial.
All right, State, are you ready?
Your Honor, it looks like I have witnessed out the victim that week.
Okay.
The state would ask for a continuance.
All right. You have witness availability accessible to you for the next cycle. I don't know if there's a necessity to have another pretrial at this point.
Right.
If an agreement is reached, you can set it for a plea at any point. But otherwise,
Would I get credit for time served? God, I've been in there, I think 16 or 17 days.
yes, so unless you opt to waive credits, and I can't imagine why you would under the circumstances, you are entitled to all credit you serve.
I get 4 of these medications in county jail. The rest of them, I have seizures. I will literally die.
I understand.
So what am I gonna do? Because he's gonna walk.
But
He's gonna walk.
here's the deal, sir. This is why you have an attorney, right? I can't give you legal advice. Your lawyer has to do that. So you're gonna have to talk to her and figure out how best to proceed, okay?
Okay, sir. Whatever you say.
All right.
Your Honor, the only thing I would need to check on for the next cycle is the victim's availability. I don't have that for that cycle. As of right now, my officers are available.
Let's do this then. Let's set it for pretrial on June 17th. This gentleman's appearance is waived. Obviously, sir, you have the right to be here if you wish, but I'm not going to require that you be here, or you can appear on Zoom to assist your attorney that way, whatever works best for you at the next pretrial, okay? You need to make an appointment to speak with your lawyer about your options, and then we'll see where things go.
Mr. Harris, we're gonna handle it. We knew this would happen, okay? All right.
Hold on, let's give this gentleman a moment.
Just as he kicked my ass, or not, I'm trying to do my best.
I know, sir.
Thanks, I'm working really hard every day. Prosecutors see that.
Well, that's something I imagine your lawyer's going to want to talk to the state attorney about. But at this point, like I said, sir, I don't interfere with plea negotiations unless it's something that I cannot accept if there's already a deal. Can we get this gentleman some tissue, please? Thank you. All right. All right. I'll have this gentleman sign for his next court date. Ms. Ramos, you got your work cut out for you. See what we do. I'll see you at the next pretrial. All right. All right. Was there anybody else that you wanted to address first? If not, I can give you a break to talk to some folks, and I can address some other cases.
Okay, I'm gonna move this gentleman.
Mr. Cisneros?
Oh, okay. I will need to talk to both of these clients, Judge. So.
Please take them outside to chat, and I'll be with you in a moment. Mr. Clark, good morning.
I was able to go down to Judge Martin's judge, and looks like it's probably going to be more efficient from here, so I appreciate it. I do have one client on the Zoom.
Okay. Hold on, let me pull her up here.
21.
You have is it Miss Beard? Ah, there we go. I have someone signed in under K Beard and J Stringfield. All right, your attorney's present in the courtroom, ma'am.
Is she here?
She's there.
Yes, can you hear me?
Ma'am, I can.
Okay.
And then in this case, I need some contact information from this field. I do have the discovery. I did receive an offer yesterday, so I need to get that.
All right. Case, it's getting a little long in the tooth. Are you asking for one more continuance?
Yeah, for continuance, Judge. I don't know how long
Lovely.
we've actually been on it, but I'll take your word for it.
I know you haven't been on it that long, but the case is from December. All right.
Understand, we had a pandemic in the middle of that, so it probably is what lengthened it. I know you know that.
I'm aware. I did notice. Yes. All right. Okay. All right. So first things first, Ms. Beard, are you willing to provide us with some good contact information, particularly for your, who can reach out to you and give you a call?
Yes. I just had my phone turned back on like 3 days ago, so he can reach me at this new number that I have.
Which
is it ready? It's 239-306-0043.
Very well. I'll get that. I'll get in contact.
All right. All right. So you're asking for continuance of the waiver?
Yes, Judge, please.
All right, Mr. Asinko, no objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right. They'll put this on June 17th at 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
And
Thank you, Your Honor.
yes, ma'am. And Mr. Stringfield is here, but he is represented by Ms. Ramos. Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Can we, since we've got these folks here, can we ask Ms. Ramos to come into the courtroom real quick just to address this one case, and then I'll let her go back out. Ms. Ramos, yes, just for a moment. And then you said you had one more case, sir?
Yes, Judge.
Who do you have?
I have Adam, yeah, Adam Andrew, Ever 21 246.
Okay.
Judge, in this case, I have received the discovery. I received the offer. I communicate with Mr. Eggert. He didn't have any contact information. It doesn't look like, well, he does have a bond, so I'm gonna have to go to the bond.
That's fine.
For that case, so I'd ask for the next pretrial. There's also a possibility of veterans court, so I don't know. So that's there a couple of weeks.
Okay. All right. State no objection to continuance?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, June 17th, 9 o'clock for the waiver.
I appreciate it. You have a wonderful day.
You too, sir. Take care. All right, Mr. Ramos, I'm sorry to have interrupted you. Mr. Clark has one client. You have the co-defendant who's actually present with his client. So I figured this made sense to go ahead and call that case now, and then I'll let you go back out and talk to your clients. I've got Mr. Stringfield, Jonah Earl Stringfield, 20mm 624, 20mm 2107. We can let these folks go.
Oh,
He's on Zoom.
sorry, yeah, we'll be asking to set her trial on those cases, Judge.
All right. Tate, you ready?
I have an officer out that week.
On both cases?
I'm sorry, on 20mm 2107.
All right. What about 624?
624, I am available.
All right. All right, so then let's do this. Let's set them both on the 24th for trial call. Obviously, you know, if you're able to go forward, we'll go forward on the 64 case. The state has the witnesses. You never know. It depends on how it goes. One case can always potentially help resolve the other. If it doesn't, then the state, you just need to remind me that you would, you know, previously told me about your witness problem, and if you need a continuance, it can be granted at that time. Okay.
Yes, sir. And I'm sorry, just 1 second. I just want to make sure I didn't confuse the two cases. If
Sure.
you don't mind.
No, that's no problem.
No, I am available on 624. Thank you for letting me confirm.
Yes, sir. All right. So both cases are set on Monday, May 24th, for trial call. It's an in-person docket. And Mr. Springle, you're going to need to talk to your attorney and get prepared to whatever you need to do to be ready for trial. And
yes, sir.
We'll see you then.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have our interpreter who's going to feel free to go back and talk to your clients. Thank you for coming back in. I'm sorry for that interruption. All right, our interpreter is present. Go ahead and unmute. And then see if there's anybody who needs your assistance, sir.
Were you speaking to the interpreter, Your Honor?
Yes, sir, I was.
Oh, I'm sorry, I lost you there for a second. ¿Hay alguna persona que necesita la ayuda del intérprete? Señora Chala, yo creo que usted sí, ¿no?
Yes, Ms. Moreno.
Moreno and Chala, Your Honor.
All right, let's go ahead and address Ms. Moreno first.
Que vamos a convocar primero el caso de la señorita Moreno.
Buenos días.
Good morning.
Good morning. All right.
Buenos días.
All right, so this is 20MM1921.
Este es el caso 20MM1921.
Ma'am, this case is getting a little bit old.
Señora, este caso se está poniendo ya un poco viejo.
Just got a lawyer. All right, hold on. She's gonna have to wait a moment.
Okay, va a tener que esperar un momento.
All right. What about Miss Chala?
Y la señorita Chala?
Let's take a look.
Your Honor, was that a question for the interpreter?
He also, they both just got the PD appointed. All right, they're gonna have to wait just a moment. I'm sorry.
Okay, van a tener que esperar un momento las dos, perdón.
All right, is there anybody I have on Zoom who does not have a lawyer? Right, someone.
I don't, Your Honor.
You don't, right? So I've got Candace. Let me go ahead and let me address Gio's iPhone first, and then Candace, I will address you next. Okay. All right. So Gio's iPhone. What is your full name, please?
Giordani Dominguez.
Thank you very much. This is 21CT35. I want to thank everyone who's been on Zoom. I want to thank you for your patience. We're still doing social distancing in the courtroom, so it's just better to get people moving who are physically present first. So thank you all for your patience. All right. All right, so you're here for driving motor vehicle outside of classification. If I remember, I thought we were going to resolve this, and so you didn't show up for court.
I completely had forgotten.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm ready to pay for it now, though.
Let me put it bluntly. You're lucky, sir, that I remembered you. And I remembered how that you always showed up for court, because I could have issued a warrant for your arrest for not showing up. So here's what we're going to do. Do you still want to accept the state's plea offer?
Say again, I couldn't hear you.
You want to accept the state's plea offer?
Yes, sir.
All right, then I need you to show up in person to do that. Can you come here on Monday, May 24th to do that?
Monday, May 21st?
24th, 2-4.
2-4, yeah, I can be there. At what time?
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, I'll be there.
All right, so make sure you come, sir, because I said I can give you a break once, but I can't do it twice.
All righty. No, I'll be there, and I'm sorry for the inconvenience.
No, it's no problem. I'm glad you chimed back in. I trusted that it was just a mistake. I'm glad I was right about that. All right, I'll see you Monday, May 24th at 9 o'clock. Come to the courthouse in person. We'll get your case done, okay?
All righty, I'll be there. Thank you again.
Thank you. Take care. All right, and I've got Candace. What is your full name, please? Ma'am, can you hear me? I need you to turn your microphone on, please.
Okay, sorry, it's my first time on Zoom.
No problem.
Okay. Gobeil, Gobeil is my last name.
Thank you. Give me just one moment. Got it. All right, this is 21MM207. Ma'am, you are here for a charge of stalking.
Yeah, I didn't do it.
Nonetheless, I'm going to ask the state attorney if there's a plea offer on this case, and if you're telling me you want to reject that plea offer and maintain your plea of not guilty, that's fine. But then we'll talk about your options moving forward, okay?
Okay.
All right, state, what is the offer, please?
The offer is adjudication, 12 months probation, no ET, mental health evaluation, follow recommendations, and anger management, no contact with the victim, and the victim is also requesting no trespass at her home, her work, or her boyfriend's house.
Her boyfriend is my husband. With it, we have children.
And costs.
Okay, so ma'am, from what I've heard so far, this sounds a bit complicated. Would you like to have a lawyer help you with your case?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to hire a private attorney, or would you like to apply for the public defender?
I'm not sure. See, my husband, who she's claiming is her boyfriend, has been telling me that because we're together, that there is no court going forward. That's why I came here, because he said there wasn't going to be anything.
Listen,
so
that's
why but yeah, if that's what's going on, then yes, I do need to get an attorney.
Right now, you're charged with a crime of stalking, and it's the state attorney's office that decides whether or not to proceed with that charge. No one else at this point can stop them from doing that if they decide to do that. Okay.
Okay.
Right now, you have a pending criminal charge. So my question is, do you want to hire a private lawyer? Do you think you can afford to hire a private lawyer, or do you want to see if you qualify for the public defender?
Could I try for the public defender and then go from there?
Yes, and even if you qualify, if you want to hire a private attorney, you're free to do so at any point, as long as you can afford to do so.
Okay.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Would you like some time to get that done?
Yes, please.
All right, in order to do that, you have to do something called waiving speedy trial. And all that means is that...
Okay.
All that
Sorry,
means,
yeah, I was listening earlier.
Right, it has to bring you to trial within 90 days, unless you say, no, I don't need it done that quickly. I'd rather have some time to hire a lawyer and work my case out.
Okay. Yes, please.
All right. Then we're going to set this on June 17th at 9 o'clock, please. And in the meantime, if you want to try to apply for a public defender, you'll need to come down to the courthouse, go to the first floor customer service window and ask for an application. And if you qualify, you'll know right away. And then that way you can schedule an appointment to meet with your attorney. The sooner you do that, the better. Because A, you'll know if you have a lawyer, and B, if they do get appointed, they'll have some time to work on your case before the next court date, okay?
Okay, and I have the paperwork for it, so I just need to turn it in at the courthouse?
Correct.
Okay.
Bring it to the clerk's office, and they'll let you know if you qualify immediately, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, so it's June 17th at 9 o'clock. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay.
Do I hang up?
Yes, ma'am, you can hang up now.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
All right, take care. All right. Was there anybody else on the line who does not have a lawyer? The public defender is here. She's just talking to some of her other clients. But is there anyone else who does not have an attorney who wanted to address me? All right. The answer is no. So I'm going to take a very brief recess just for a moment until the public defender is done conferring with the clients, and I'll be right back. Everyone just hang tight, okay?